I wanna fly high up to the sky. I'm living in the mountains. Everybody know the soil so fertile. If a man sit down naked, the seeds might grow. A delightful getaway from the hustle, bustle and tricks. Oh, what a natural fix if you don't like to mix with the politics. One is you I have to resolve. If I could sort it out, all problems solved. Every time I plant corn and it start to shoot, some idiot keep fucking it out the root. Make country flowers in there, fuck it up. Make country produce in there, fuck it up. Country start to blossom. I don't know who or where they come from. Me blind neighbor say he saw a man resembling one of the politicians. I wasn't there, so I didn't see exactly who fucking up me country. Riding on me donkey, transportation bliss. Me fireside bubbling a goodie. I hear rioting in the gas crisis. Surrounded by wild animals. What a vicious pack. But none of them does launch an attack. None of them poison us like invert and sack. The hunt always on, I could say that much. And true, can switch it off like crime watch. My mission now is to put a stop to whosoever fucking me country up. Some say a man named Eric, George, Robbie and Patrick. Some say Capildeo, Paris, Kamla, Basteo. Old man Bedu said this ain't nothing new. They fucking up long before 1962. If Butler was around, he might have tell we directly who fucking up me country.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final episode of the Rebuttal for the year 2020. I'm Douglas Wattley, your host, and as usual, I'm extremely glad that you've tuned in, even during the season, to the Rebuttal. If you're in St. Kitts and Nevis, welcome. If you are in the diaspora, special welcome to you. I have just poured myself a glass of Remy Martin cognac fine champagne. That's Remy Martin XO, if you don't mind. I'm going to be sipping it slowly as I do my presentation this evening for about an hour. I don't think that I have enough to alter my state of mind. And so I am still going to be accountable for everything I say this evening. And just in case I forgot, season's greeting to all of you. And just in case I forget, Happy New Year when it comes. It's been an eventful couple of days, especially last night. Sugar Mass 49 was in rare form for the most part. Last night was the finals of the Calypso or the Kyssfm competition. And I, for one, thought it was a good show. It wasn't a great show, but given the circumstances, it was a good show. And I thought the performances, for the most part, were good. I have to congratulate the Carnival Committee and the Calypso Committee for a job well done. I thought you did well. I I can't see much that you could have done differently. Of course, I have one complaint. I am still disappointed that the Calypso committee allowed the government to infiltrate the committee. In the first instance, as I said I think it was last week, when they messed up the scores, I said then that it was short-sighted. I thought it was a huge error in judgment to have used Maitland as the auditor, because a little research would have shown you that Maitland and Tim and his brother are inextricably linked, whether it's business or otherwise. And that, as I said last time, was the government's way to interfere with the Calypso competition. And so said, so done. They messed up the scores, and you would recall that Queenie G was eliminated for a minor infraction. And after they recounted and reconsidered, thank God, they reinstated Queenie G. And need I say, Queenie G did in fact win the competition last night. Big Lice is my brother, you know that. But take it from me, Queenie G won the competition last night. I don't think anybody else beat Big Lice, but then I'm biased. But I don't think anybody else beat Big Lice last night. But I must congratulate Gloria Esdale Robinson for a high quality performance last night. It's as if she was convinced that that competition was hers to win and or lose, and that there was no way she was going to go out there last night half-stepping. I thought that her performance was exquisite, and it was timely. Quite frankly, it was timely. Given the kind of year we have had, and given the kind of year we expect to have in 2021, I thought that the lyrics and the topic, as well as the title of the song, I thought it was timely. And so congratulations to Queenie G. I may be biased because Queenie G is my friend. I find her to be quite the brain. And a lot of you have indicated that she made history because of the many crowns in the different areas or arenas that she won. If I'm not mistaken, in 1992, Queenie G was the St. Kitts Miss Talented Teen. 1993, she was the Haynes Smith Caribbean Talented Teen. In 1996, she won the National Queen Pageant, and now in 2020 she has won the Senior Calypso Monarch. She would be then the only person to have won a male-dominated and different type of show, the Calypso show, and also the female-dominated Queen show. Why did I say female-dominated? You all think one of these days, very soon, somebody who was born male gonna want to join with the female and have a go at it? Watch me. It's gonna happen sooner than later. Might be a lot of confusion, but it's gonna happen. And so I thought that she did an excellent job. I thought the others did did well themselves. I'm proud, of course, of Big Lice. He performed. He always performed. But you all recognize this, that doesn't matter what Big Lice sing in St. Kitts, Big Lice is the only Calypsonian who is susceptible to political discrimination, if you will, from either party. And so no matter what he sings under which government, Big Lice can't win a crown in St. Kitts. And we've come to grips with that. And so for more than 20 whatever years he's been singing, Big Lice is going to come and do his thing every year. Alright? We don't really come to sing for crown. We come to entertain and enlighten the population. And that he did this year. Because, he put in song a serious issue. The issue of missing monies that should be accounted for by Timo. By the way, you all took note of the Timo dance last night. Lord, I nearly did. But it was a serious, topical conversation in Calypso that Big Lice held last night. I said that the organization or the organizers erred when they made Maitland the auditor. But they are relentless if nothing, Because last night, you see what they did? To ensure that they inserted themselves in the competition in such a manner as to dictate who wins and who places. They made sure that one of their persons, one of their guys, if you call it that, was well placed to judge the Calypso last night, And these are things that you have to recognize. There's absolutely no way that this individual should have been judging the Calypso last night. He is an intricate part of the government. And so he would be there to safeguard the government insofar as to ensure that certain people either don't win or don't place high enough. And that was the only problem. And so I don't understand how the Carnival Committee and the Calypso Committee, if they're not complicit, I don't understand how they would let this happen. And you have to always remember to check out who you are associating yourselves with. Because it ain't everybody who working for government have high moral standing, What you all ended up doing last night was to put a guy who is credibly accused of being a pedophile in Trinidad. You all put him to judge the Calypso last night, And don't tell me you ain't know. A pedophile was judging the Calypso last night. What does that say? It's one thing that is high up in government, but it's the next thing that you parade him in front of us on Carnival night. The other day we talked about this individual in Nevis who is credibly accused again by his daughter of molesting her. It was not only rape, it was incest. And not a word. You don't hear nobody say nothing. You don't hear nobody say, on account of this, we are investigating that. And as such, we are putting this individual on suspension, or we are removing this individual from a place of work and putting him in a certain place where he can't interfere with nobody. All them things, they ain't right. Them things shouldn't just go unaccounted for, unaddressed. And so, I know for a fact last night that the government was well represented amongst the judging class at the carnival show last night. Or you can't tell me nothing. I know of what I speak. Me not call the name, no. But I know who I'm talking about. Right? And so that's the only blemish, quite frankly, I could assign to the Carnival Committee and the Calypso Committee last night. I believe, like I said, that the show was well executed. There are some persons who had issues, and it would appear that these are the persons who are viewing from overseas, who have never seen Short Pants on stage. And so it is all context. They don't get the context of Short Pants on stage. And a lot of people appear to have been offended. I can't argue with them because they don't get the context in which Short Pants is making his presentation. All right? And so you had one group of people liking him, and that's the way it is with most things we do. Some people are going to like what you do. Some people won't like what you do. All right? But I think that was the only issue that I heard. Most people, in fact, I have not seen anyone who said that the results were not fair insofar as who won. I've seen people say that the other position should be flipped and this person should have been in and that person should have been in. That happens. Well, it happens. Now, taking into account what I just said about the government putting its person or having its person on the committee and having its person to oversee the judging, that's a whole different ball game. That is what we expect. You understand? And Big Lice is the only one, I think, that sang last night who would have been the target of the government. Right? And I'll tell you why when I get back, because these are things you got to understand. Right? Now, at this point in time, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to play for you the winning Calypso or the winning Kyssfm from last night by my friend Queenie G. I say my friend because I'm going to tell you what. Queenie G is my handler whenever I do training and consultancy work with TDC. She's the person that asks for me. She's the person that oversees the work that I do when I'm there. So we have an excellent working relationship. I respect her immensely. I think she's bright. I think she's smart as a whip. And of course, all of you have said the other things. She's a beautiful woman. And she is now a winner in the arena ordinarily, normally dominated by men. But I'm going to play her tune, and then when we come back, we'll continue the discussion for this evening. So listen to Queenie G, We All In It Together, a timely rendition.
And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'd be fine, knowing that we're in this together. better or for worse, be it blessing or curse, for richer or poorer, we're in this together. As a federation in which to stand as one, it's each for the other, we're in this together. We are one big family under a theme, unity. We share one vision, one purpose, one mission. Never ever lose focus and let nothing divide us. But let us all remember, we're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'll be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. Let this ever be our mantra. We're in this. Out the Kaiso. Now we're back in the Kaiso. We're in this together. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We made our choice again, determine who would win. So stop crying, brother, we're in this together. In spite of all you knew, look what you went and do. So why even bother? We're in this together. They say who can hear does feel, and the deal is a deal. So stop the crying, it's not like you're dying. You were given an option, and you made your decision. So spare me the hysteria, we're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'll be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong, as we head into the future with the hope that we will prosper. Let this ever be our mantra. We're in this. Each voter, political leader, we're in this together. We need each other to survive. Listen, this coronavirus has served to remind us, no matter where we are, we're in this together. With millions infected and far too many dead, just a stark reminder, we're in this together. The global economy decimated real badly, blunting the future, causing most to suffer. The road to recovery is not going to be easy, so build our agriculture, we're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Come rain or shine, we know that we'll be fine, knowing that we're in this together. When all is said and done, don't care which side you're on. It really don't matter. We're in this together. Put politics aside. Embrace national pride. The people, the agenda. We're in this together. Never mind your complexion. Deep down we all are one. With our country, that's worth more than money. And in this time of crisis, we need solid leadership. From unity come labor. We're in this together. And though the heavens fall, we can still stand tall, knowing that we're in this together. Sing the day, come rain or shine. We know that we'll be fine, knowing that we're in this together. United we are strong, divided we'll go wrong. As we head into the future, with the hope that we will prosper. May this ever be our mantra. We're in this, take it. We're in this, leave it. We're in this, yes, we're in this together. Let us put our differences aside and come together as one. We need each other. This is our country. Say Kyssfm, leave it. I love you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Gimme.
I love being in the latest style and dress fine, or should I say classy. That is why I shop at First Class next to the taxi stand at Port Sante for fine gold and silver jewelry in precious, semi-precious and colored stones, diamond and crystal watches, and the hottest handbags and wallets. And when I want to buy a gift for someone, that's easy too. I just ask them to make me a gift basket, and First Class has the best prices at Port Sante. So no matter what the occasion, come on into First Class and leave happy, knowing you've gotten the best deal for your money. It's First Class at Port Sante, where quality, low prices, and top-notch service are second to none.
Spread the word. New and exclusive every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Gospel Cafe with Carl D. Springate on KYSS FM 102.5. Tune in and connect with the Holy Ghost Connection with live interviews, Christian news, what's hot and what's not, in the now. Birthdays and anniversary shout-outs available, Bible Jeopardy, Beyond the Pulpit, and positive entertainment and ministry. Testimonies and the pastor's moment with Spread the Word. So tune in as we drop the latest gospel hits, 100% flat. It's the Carl D. Springate Gospel Cafe, Sundays from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KYSSFMonline.com and 102.5 FM. And be blessed like that.
One fashion accessories for really low prices. Check silver and cents. Check silver and cents. Beauty supplies and weave, genuine fragrances. Check silver and cents. Check silver and cents. Handbags so beautiful, your friends will envy how you look. With perfume, you smell just right, you feel like you're in paradise. Watches, silver jewelry, and hair accessories. Check silver and cents in the Amri Mall on Deon Street.
Ready or not, hear my clothes, can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing.
I'm Shaniel Francis. Kyssfm 102.5 is proud to announce its brand new morning show, Backchat, the only place to hear the hottest music.
I'm local.
Check me and your code, direct me and your code. Anywhere me go, you know me
To international.
Ay, I go shopping, want it then I cop it. Ay, yeah, popping, I do what they copy.
And have you informed with a range of topics.
So on Mondays to Fridays, tune in at 8 to 11.
You won't want to miss the vibes on
Backchat.
Ready or not, hear my clothes.
I wanna fly high up to the sky. I'm living in the mountains. Everybody knows the soil so fertile. If a man sit down naked, the seeds might grow. They're delightful, get away from the hustle, bustle and tricks. Oh, what a natural fix if you don't like to mix with the politics. One is you I have to resolve. If I could sort it out, all problems solved. Every time I plant corn and it start to shoot, some idiot keep talking it out the root. Make country flowers in it, farm it up. Make country produce in it, farm it up. Country start to blossom. I don't know who or where they come from. Me blind neighbor say he saw a man resembling one of the politicians. I wasn't there, so I didn't see exactly who talking up me country.
Welcome back, guys, to the Rebuttal. I'm Douglas Wattley. And this is the Rebuttal. And yes, that was Kyssfm. That was solid Kyssfm. You know, some people keep calling and asking if it is true that Big Lice is an inspector of police. And that's an interesting story, you know, because it's not something far-fetched that they heard that Big Lice is an inspector of police. You know. Let me tell you something, you see. Tim has a complex, a grudge, and he believes he bad. He vindictive. He's a nasty fellow. And so if you go against him and he figure that he could do you something to harm you, you can't stop him or not. You remember the episode with he and Ben Phipps? He was told time and again, leave the man alone. I know for a fact that if he figure he could have banged me, he would have banged me. If he figure he could have kept me down, he would have kept me down. But the beauty about it, I don't depend on Tim. Tim ain't got nothing for me. Me don't want nothing. What I had, I gave it back. Because me no want nothing from them. You understand? Having said that, did I tell you this last week? This story last week or the week before? Big Lice, when he spoke out before the election, had already made the decision to retire from the public service. And it turned out that his 15 years, where he would qualify for a gratuity and a pension, came just in time. And so he was able to speak his mind, talk his truth, right? But at the same time, recognizing that once you do that, you got to get out of this public service. And so he sent in his retirement papers. He was going to go a little earlier, but I told him, no. Don't cut it so closely. Make sure you give yourself a cushion. And so he gave himself a couple more days before he turned in his resignation or retirement, because he's already 50. I don't know what happened, because all retirement go through the human resource department, and then go through the Prime Minister. because he is the individual with responsibility for the civil service. He is the one responsible for human resource management and development. And so it has to go through him. And then it has to go to the Governor General. It has to end up there by the Governor General. It's the Governor General that is going to approve or disapprove things like retirement. And so we know that the information, the file made its way to the Governor General. And the Governor General signed off on Big Lice's retirement. And it must have gone back to Timothy, and it must have gone to the Human Resource Permanent Secretary, who I know would inform Dr. Harris. Yet, lo and behold, while his retirement was going through the system, Tim was plotting to embarrass Big Lice. And here is how he wants to embarrass Big Lice. He wants to embarrass Big Lice by demoting Big Lice from a director position, director of foreign affairs, down to an inspector of police. That directive was also and did also make its way through the system. It went through the Prime Minister. It went all the way up to the Governor General. How on earth did the Governor General sign off on that as well? The two cannot make sense. And yes, so on the day that Big Lice retired, on that very day, according to the Gazette, he was supposed to report to Brandy up in the police force as an inspector of police. Now, it's true Big Lice was a police. Big Lice was a police. I think he left the police force in 1986 or something like that, because he came up to live with me in Houston when I was in school around that time. So Big Lice was a police from early on. Big Lice was very young when he went in the police force. In fact, he was maybe 17 when he went in the police force. So Big Lice was in the police force earlier clock. And then he went on to do other things, including 2 degrees from University of the West Indies. Right? But you see, he like a dog, and he got a bone and he don't want to let it go. Because he feel like you ain't supposed to say nothing about him. He feel that you ain't supposed to do him nothing. Because he wants to get back at you. He's a vindictive fella. All like now, so he plotting, He plotting my demise, all like now, sir. And if I wasn't a different person, who am also plotting to retaliate, if they do me something, they would have do me something. I got to understand how this thing goes, Because even in death, me don't plot. Understand that? Even in death, I don't plot. Me ain't saying me's God anointed. But touch me now. Here is what I'm telling you all. That are some devious, excuse me expression, that are some devious shit, that this man take this thing so seriously that he wants to exact his pound of flesh or extract his pound of flesh. So what that means in a big lies, all skin teeth no laugh, no. No play with them. Keep up with guard. The plotting ain't done. No consider none of them your friend. You got to understand, when you take certain stands, a lot of time you got to understand that you will have to stand alone. All this friend thing, it don't work all the time, you know. That is why you see me could stay by myself. Give me a TV, a book, pen, paper, a laptop, and a phone, and me good. Me not gonna come outside, me could stay inside for a long time. And especially nowadays, people that deliver food, or you could send out somebody and get what you want, you're not gonna come outside. Me could live so. I have lived like that before. You understand? So that's not nothing strange. All I could tell you, and all I could tell Big Lies, watch out. Watch out. You see, when you find people who ain't had nothing, then stole to get what they get, they not like you remind them, you know. They not like you talk about them. And that is why it is better, at the end of the day, whatever you have, you should be able to say, I got it the old-fashioned way. I earned it. But they can't say so. They can't say so. And I would go to my grave broke like a church mouse before me touch anything like that. I want to be able to say, whatever I have, I earned it. I got it the old-fashioned way. And none of them could say so. And that is why you see they can't sleep. That's why you see they're paying security to have people drive from up by the brother back down to Tabernacle. Because they feel like somebody gonna do them something. Nobody gonna do you nothing if you not do nobody nothing. You know, understand how you go? Nobody will tell you if you not study them. If you not do nobody nothing, nobody will take you on. But it was interesting. So Big Lies would have been reporting as an inspector of police. And it means that they could always say, but he already went through the training. He ain't got to go training school. He's a qualified, certified police, notwithstanding he hasn't been a police for so long. That's not a justification. But I want you to take a little minute. I want you to close your eye. And I want you to think about the type of person who sat down and thought that up, you know. Think about the person who came up with that devious plan. That is what I want you to do. And then you would understand the kind of person that we're dealing with. Just because a man has power and authority don't make them good. In fact, a lot of them are awful human beings. In this case, I know this one is an awful human being. I'm going to pause here and then we're going to talk again. Or should I say, I'm going to close out.
I love being in the latest style and dress fine, or should I say classy. That is why I shop at First Class next to the taxi stand at Port Sante for fine gold and silver jewelry in precious, semi-precious and colored stones, diamonds and crystal watches, and the hottest handbags and wallets. And when I want to buy a gift for someone, that's easy too. I just ask them to make me a gift basket, and First Class has the best prices at Port Sante. So no matter what the occasion, come on into First Class and leave happy, knowing you've gotten the best deal for your money. It's First Class at Port Sante, where quality, low prices, and top-notch service are second to none.
Spread the word. New and exclusive every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's the Gospel Cafe with Carl B. Springate on KYSS FM 102.5. Tune in and connect with the Holy Ghost Connection with live interviews, Christian news, what's hot and what's not in the now. Birthdays and anniversary shout-outs available, Bible Jeopardy, Beyond the Pulpit, and positive entertainment and ministry. Testimonies and the pastor's moment with Spread the Word. So tune in as we drop the latest gospel hits, 100% flat. It's the Carl D. Springate Gospel Cafe, Sundays from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. on KYSSFMOnline.com and 102.5 FM. And be blessed like that.
One fashion accessories for really low prices. Check silver and cents. Check silver and cents. Beauty supplies and weave, genuine fragrances. Check silver and cents. Check silver and cents. Handbags so beautiful, your friends will envy how you look. With perfume to smell your slide, you'll feel like you're in paradise. Watches, silver jewelry, and hair accessories. Check silver and cents in the Amri Mall on Deon Street.
Ready or not, here I come, can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing.
I'm Shaniel Francis. Kyssfm 102.5 is proud to announce its brand new morning show, Backchat, the only place to hear the hottest music.
From local
Check me area code, me area code. Anywhere me go, you know me touch the
To international,
Ay, I go shopping, want it then I cop it. Ay, yeah, popping, I do what they copy.
and have you informed with a range of topics.
so on Mondays to Fridays, tune in at 8 to 11.
You won't want to miss the vibes on
Backchat.
Ready or not, here I come.
I wanna fly high up to the sky.
I'm living in the mountains. Everybody knows the soil so fertile. If a man sit down naked, the seeds might grow. A delightful getaway from the hustle, bustle, and tricks. Oh, what a natural fix if you don't like to mix with the politics. One issue I have to resolve. If I could sort it out, all problems solved. Every time I plant corn and it start to shoot, some idiot keep talking it out the root. Make country flowers in it, farm it up. Make country producing it, farm it up. Country start to blossom. I don't know who or where they come from. Me blind neighbor say he saw a man resembling one of the politicians. I wasn't there, so I didn't see exactly who talking up me country.
So welcome back to the Rebuttal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to close out this evening. I want to say hi to my friend, Mrs. Mills. I want to say hi to my friend, Mrs. Allen. And I want to say hi to my friend who's just come back from England. We'll still have to catch up in some conversation, and Hope you guys have a wonderful 2021. We're going to close out here. I just wanted to alert you, let you know that there are people who are still being terminated. Christoph Harbour just terminated some of their employees, right? And so these people are going to be needing severance pay. But the government is perpetrating a big fraud by holding up poor people's severance and by not paying it at all in a timely manner, right? Or only making partial payment. And that is wrong. Whatever government needed to do to find the money to pay people, it should have done that. Even if it meant borrowing the money, it should have done that. And I want you all to remember this fraud that is perpetrated on you come next election. Next election ain't so far away, You see, they're going to come with all kind of nice talk and nice things then. But you ought not forget what happened now. Keep this in mind. It's your money. You should get it. You should get it all in a timely manner. Why? The government can afford it. The government ain't broke yet. The government has options to finance its operation. $31 million for people not to kill one another, but you can't get your severance, which is less than $31 million. $31 million for people not to kill one another, yet our murder rate is higher than in many countries in the region. You tell me if it makes sense. So on that note, I'm going to close out this evening, and then I'm going to go out playing the tune by Big Lice in his performance last night at Sugar Mass 49 Calypso competition. Big tune and bigger performance. Y'all take care now. Have a great New Year.
Warm it up, warm it up. Good evening, people. This is your defender, your lawyer. Share the life, share the life. I don't want this. I look like broccoli. What? What? Just one Facebook live session served to capture the nation's attention. This surprise reaction points to others for information. Whenever there is rumor that one has to counter, balance and truth always matter. When it's your reputation that's brought into question, silence is never an option. So we want to know, Timo, we want to know why you continue to undermine my soul. We want to know, Timo, we want to know. Are you subtly telling evils they got to go? Tell us why should they accept your ongoing disrespect? Always interfering without informing. You well know that Mark is in charge, but you think you're larger than large. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. Hey! This is the People's Court. Your Honor, we want to know about those people on social media getting all kind of money. What? Hi, sir.
You use your bully pulpit, trying your very best to discredit, calling into question many a person's reputation. Honest men and women have been made to defend their good reputation. While on social media, persons of dishonor spreading lies and propaganda. So we want to know, Timo, we want to know why you, Wallace and Andre does lie so. We want to know, Timo, we want to know where exactly did the campaign money go? Your threat of legal action was just a mere distraction. Meanwhile, hoping that we will forget about the money. But when we see your portfolio of properties start to overflow, how did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. Hey, sir! See the Timo dance? The Timo dance. The Timo dance. Your Honor, history would not be kind to Mr. Timo. Very ungrateful. What? Listen up, you know. When one looks at your history, if they have issues with loyalty, because while in opposition, where did you turn for inspiration? I could well remember Franklin Brand and Jean Conda making sure you were looked after. But now you came to power, you have nothing to offer. Now it's just you, family and brother. So we want to know, Timo, we want to know how on earth you turn ungrateful soul. We want to know, Timo, we want to know. Not even Dwyer you consult anymore. Suddenly you don't like Sam, no respect, you don't give a damn. Ever since you arrived, you don't care if you survive. Forgetting those who help you up, that's the way ingratitude stop. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. Hey, sir! Mr. Your Honor, we have to look at the government coffers on misappropriation of funds and severance. Oh. Hey! Listen up. I have one simple question. Please, Timo, can you tell the nation about your severance money? Is it being managed responsibly? Because I hear in a rumor about a certain fella and a former labor commissioner. Is it true that the quick action by Sharon Rattan saved the country 1.2 million? So we want to know, Timo, we want to know why you protecting Andre lie but so. We want to know, Timo, we want to know just how far are you willing to go to shield him from any attack? Have you pledged to have his back? Are you just protecting or saving your own skin? Some of the things I hear you would do, Mr. Pam, I hope that is true. How did you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. How you get so, Mr. Timo? We want to know. Kyssfm! Final night. Extra verse. Come on. You know me? Hey! Listen up, listen up. Warm up, warm up. I hear Timo wants a clue. Not because he have the best calypso, but he between a rock and a hard place. Is Sacro willing to shake his ways? What is this about auditor? But we all know better. Same old tactics they use when with labor. But tonight they have a problem. I causing mayhem. Tonight I'm banging all of them. So we want to know, Timo, we want to know why you interfere within our calypso. We want to know, Timo, we want to know how much money did you pay Bad Boy Polo? I hear you paid for printing shirts because on Mark you want to spread dirt. Petty as usual, you're so comical. But tonight when I win this crown, there'll be another sheriff in town. Then we gon' let them know, Timo, how you get so. The sheriff gon' let them know, Mr. Timo, how you get so. Thank you, good night, Kyssfm. That is Kyssfm. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay! Whoop, 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 whoop. I love it, I love it. Hey! Hey! Kyssfm.